Wednesday Night Hoops here on the PBC Sports Network, live from Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. Landon King here alongside me, Graham Simpson, to bring you all the action for both games here this evening. Kayla Tillis facing off against Shanae Jackson in the tip-off, and the Bearcats will walk away with the win in that one. These two teams share a common opponent in their most recent ball game. Both squads lost to USCB in their most recent outing as Trinity Thomas gets the scoring started with a three-pointer.
Yeah, Trinity Thomas midway through the year had to sit for a couple games due to injury. She's slowly working her way back. That's a great sign for Lander's offense.
In the past few games, she hasn't been as involved in the rotation as she was in the first bit of the season, as there's a travel call there on Georgia Southwestern. Seems like she's back to her normal self now. Langley bringing it down the floor. Georgia Southwestern kind of having a down year for their standards in women's basketball. Just 10-13, 6-10 in Peach Belt Conference play. Tillis, I believe Jackson got a piece of that one. And then Dudley pokes it out of bounds.
Yeah, a team we're used to seeing the top of the conference. Well, they definitely still have that pedigree in them. You don't lose that just from year to year. When you're a team that's built on winning, you usually win the big games. And we've seen Lander do that a time or two, even past Coach Pedersen. Look at what Shelwick has done. She's still bringing that Lander basketball tradition.
That one's laid in right there. That was number 13, Raven Robinson. Transfer from NC Central. I believe that's an HBCU, if I'm not mistaken. Dudley, nice pump fake, puts up the floater, too strong. Offensive rebound there by Tillis. Langley lets it rip. Got the roll. Quadesia Langley with her first points of the evening, and Lander's up 6-2 quickly.
I mean, Lander has become a three-point shooting team. They knocked down a ton of them in their last home game against Flagler. Had 8 on Monday in the loss against USCB, and already 2 here. Those are their only field goals.
Lander had a bit of trouble stringing together wins in conference play. Most recently took a loss to USCB, as we mentioned earlier. Before that, they beat Flagler, loss, win, loss. Stringing together wins has been a bit of a challenge for this squad so far.
Yeah, but they played exceptionally well at home as of recent.
Layups missed right there by Madison Brittle. Four of the 5 starters for Georgia Southwestern came out of the transfer portal. New squad for the Hurricanes. That one's took by Thomas. Rebound by Southwestern. Stolen. Dudley gets the layup to go. And timeout by Georgia Southwestern as Lander have quickly took an 8-2 lead with 7:27 to play in the first quarter. Back here on the PBC Sports Network, Hurricane ball after Lander have started out hot in this one, knocking down 2 triples, got a steal, led to an easy layup for Alindria Dudley. Here go the Hurricanes. Thrown down to Jackson, back out to Hozumi. Now Raven Robinson facilitating the offense. She'll take the triple. Can't get the roll on that one. Rebounded by Serenity Eccles and a foul.
And 3 turnovers already for Georgia Southwestern. That wasn't one there, but you felt like it. Yeah. That was a bucket what they needed. They've only had 3 shot attempts thus far. Lander are 3 of 7, so they're not exactly shooting the lights out of the ball, but they're getting good looks.
Thomas to the rack. Couldn't get that one to go. Rebounded by Jackson. Good defense there.
Yep. Really impressed with her footwork defensively thus far.
6'3". Madison Brittle gets the layup to go on the other end.
Yep.
Cuts the Lander lead to 4 as her first bucket of the ball game.
Yep, Hozumi had such a great pass right there, setting it up, put it on a platter.
Another 3 attempted. That was Eccles who missed off the front iron. Here goes Hozumi in transition. Finds Robinson. She can't get the layup to go. Lander back the other way. Langley with pace. Tillis. Hozumi again on defense. Moving it down the floor. Bit indecisive there. And a foul. Raven Robinson's headed to the line for 2.
Yeah, Hozumi is just on a different level right now. She made the pass on the previous possession. Layup wasn't made, so 2 straight possessions. She's made great passes that time, just wreaking havoc in the lane, just blowing up what was the Lander set. And she's one of the huge reasons why Georgia Southwestern are staying competitive, only down 4. 2 free throws upcoming here for Brittle.
She's just a 53% free throw shooter on the season as she misses that one. Now she's 50% even. She's 7 for 14 with that miss. That one's good. Langley. Hozumi all over her. Here's Thomas. Picks up the dribble, feeds it to Dudley for 3. Off the glass. The bank's open for Alindria Dudley, and that's the 3rd made triple for Lander.
That's a good sign early on for the Bearcats.
White answer there by Raven Robinson.
We saw Langley get a soft roll on one of the 3s, and then Dudley banks it in. It's a good start for Lander from perimeter shooting.
Dudley with the ball now. Fed down to Hunt. Hunt's pass intercepted. And they're tied up down there. Jump ball will give the possession to Georgia Southwestern.
Yeah, Lauren Hunt, Sierra Williams, those are 2 that Lander might call on today to give some big physical minutes, because the forwards for Georgia Southwestern are unlike any else we've seen in the conference, especially with this point guard they have in Hozumi, a great facilitator. Then you add the presence down low. This is a tough team to beat if you're not on your game.
Brittle at the logo, feeds Hozumi. She's from Chiba, Japan. Neal to the rack. Left-handed lay is good. That's just too physical underneath.
In and out crossover move all the way to the rim. That was pretty.
Cassidy Neal, a native of Milledgeville, Georgia. It's where Georgia College and State University is based, so sure if she's played at Southwestern, she must have had Georgia College looking at her as well, more than likely. Decided to go the other route. Thomas with Hozumi on her. Nice cross. Out to Langley. Almost lost it backcourt. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Langley, a legal screen on Lauren Hunt. It's her first. It's the 2nd on Lander. Now Madison McCain into the game for Lander.
Up next for Neal, excuse me, is the homecoming in Milledgeville. They'll play Georgia College after this on Saturday.
Brittle at the top of the key. Feeds it to Hozumi. Down to Neal. That's Gartrell on her. And intercepted by Langley, but got it right back. Did Raven Robinson in the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Ball was last touched by Cassidy Neal. It's going to be Bearcat ball. Lander going deep into the bench into this first quarter. We'll see Jazz Frierson onto the court for the first time as well now.
Yeah, we might see a little fatigue set in. This is a Lander team that played a physical game last Wednesday against Augusta. And then again, Flagler Saturday, UACB Monday, then back here on Wednesday. So this is a team that has got tired legs.
Frierson gives it over to Dudley. Now Gartrell, corner for Crosland. She got fouled on the three-point attempt. She'll be headed to the line for three.
Yeah, a lot of the jump shot foul calls in the conference are borderline. That one wasn't. Crosland has a quick trigger on her. And I think that caught the Hurricane defense by surprise. Now, this is someone that's been shooting the lights out of the ball. Such a great game last time she was here against Flagler in an 80-64 win. She knocked down 6 threes for 20 points.
First free throw is no good.
4 of those threes came in like the opening 5 minutes of the game.
She certainly provided a spark as a true freshman here for Coach Shellick.
Coming out of a good high school program. Spring Valley.
Can't get the roll on that one. See if she can salvage one. 60% from the line on the season. She goes 1 for 3 here. Lander back into that 1-2-2. Brittle. Double team, feeds to Hozumi. She finds the open woman in Robinson. Now Jackson underneath got fouled.
I don't know, that was insane by Gartrell. Her instincts took her to the ball. Able to blow up what was some fantastic ball movement from the Hurricanes, by the way. Hozumi is a great floor general. Was able to direct traffic after the trap. Gartrell, though, man, what a great play defensively.
Jackson's averaging 10.7 boards on the season. Misses short on that first free throw.
Ends up being a great foul.
Just 54% from the free throw line. Hozumi has by far the most assists on the team for Georgia Southwestern with 96. Second place is 61.
Yeah. Offense runs through her. She might not score every bucket, but she definitely has a role to play in every one of them when she's on the court.
Turnover there by Lander. Hannah Simmons in for the first time. Another transfer for the Southwestern squad. Neal. Hozumi, top of the key. Fed over to Simmons. Now back to Robinson, the leading scorer for Georgia Southwestern, putting up 15 points per game. Neal. Now Hozumi. Good defense here this possession by Lander. Robinson, good move. Wow. Good stop and start right there by Raven Robinson to get the bucket with the shot clock winding down. Knew she had it to get it up, and she did. Knotted up at 12 now. Frierson, pull-up J is good. That's pure from the true sophomore, Jazz Frierson. Back up to a 2-point lead for Lander. Brittle finds Simmons. Good ball movement by Southwestern here in this first quarter. Neal traveled.
Not often you see this, but we got 2 3-2 zones going against each other. This is peak college basketball right here. Lander had some shaky offensive sets without Thomas and Lango on the floor, so good for Coach Showett to get them back into the game, still with the lead by 2. The bench unit did their job. They held on to the advantage.
Thomas on the wing. Fed underneath the Dudley. She'll dribble it out. Tillis on the wing. Won't fall. Rebound Brittle. Hozumi had the ball in her hands a ton for Georgia Southwestern. Neal underneath. Used that pivot foot to perfection, but could not convert on the layup.
Yeah, did everything right, but get the bucket to go.
Dudley. Float game. Good. Dudley with 7 points in this first quarter. She leads all scorers. And a steal by Thomas. Stolen right back by Hozumi. Wow. Neal underneath. Couldn't get it to go. She was swarmed by gray jerseys underneath the basket. Eccles for three. Too strong. Thomas on the cleanup. Langley off the back iron. Another offensive rebound. And a fresh 20 seconds for the Bearcats. Dudley feeling herself, as she should be. Her second triple, 10 points for Lindrea Dudley.
The difference, Georgia Southwestern, they miss a shot, it's one and done. Oh my goodness, another one.
And Langley blew the layup.
Lander have gotten a lot of offensive rebounds, none thus far for the Hurricanes.
And a jump ball will give it to Lander. A 7-0 run over the past 2 minutes, 19 seconds for the Bearcats. They lead 19-12 with 22 seconds. Langley will let it roll. Looks like Lander going to hold for one shot here. Chance to cap off this first quarter with a bang. 5 seconds. Thomas pops it. Does not drop it. That concludes the first quarter. Lander with a 7-point lead, 19-12, as we are through 10 minutes of play. Catch you back here for second quarter action on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the PBC Sports Network. Second quarter getting started here as Lander lead by 7, 19-12 is your score. A large part of that was due to Lindrea Dudley having 10 points in that first quarter as Southwestern opened up with the turnover. And we'll see Dudley back onto the floor immediately in the second quarter. Langley gives it to her. Now Tillis. Dudley kicks it back to Tillis for three. That one's money. Nothing but net for Kayla Tillis as she gets on the score sheet for the first time, and Lander lead by double digits.
That's their 5th 3 made in 11 tries, so they're letting it fly tonight. Good pass.
In the corner, that's Janiyah Johnson, couldn't get the roll. Long rebound chased down by Eccles.
Yeah, Lander's been getting every 50-50 ball thus far.
Langley to the rack, had it swatted away by Janiyah Johnson. It's going to stay here with Lander. 10-0 run for Lander over the past 3:23, dating back to the first quarter. Dudley threw that one away. Bit of miscommunication there by the Bearcats. Hurricane ball.
14 combined turnovers here in the first 11 minutes of the game.
Hozumi gets it into Robinson. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Robinson taking her time. Hozumi feeds it over to Johnson. Now Robinson in the corner. Simmons lets it fly with 3 seconds on the shot clock. No good, but offensive rebound there by Hozumi. She's just been everywhere. Robinson for 3, you bet. Raven Robinson with her first triple. She's now got 10 points of her own for the Hurricanes. I think Robinson is going to get hit with that foul right there, and she does.
Yep, Trinity Thomas pretty smooth with the rock in her hands. And so did a little contort move, got tripped up. But a good sign for Georgia Southwestern making that first 3. That was a difference. I mean, Lander has made 5 threes, and that was just the first for the Hurricanes.
Tillis heading to the free throw line. She got fouled by Jackson. It's her first. Jackson still trying to settle in this one.
Free throw shooting was a major strong suit for Lander in their last home win against Flagler.
That one rolls out.
1 for 4 so far today.
She's a 73% free throw shooter on the season, so pretty good clip there for Tillis. She goes 1 for 2. Madison Brittle, Cassidy Neal sub back in for the Hurricanes. Lander back into that 1-2-2 press. Dudley up there giving the 2 Hurricane guards all they can bargain for. That one almost overthrown. Good catch by Brittle. Neal at the foul line. Fed down to Jackson. Back to Neal. Got tipped out of bounds by Tillis. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Lander are undersized, but they're making up with it with intensity on the defensive end. Playing a zone, double teaming down low. Coach Shelwick definitely did her homework for this Georgia Southwestern game.
Hurricanes playing at a very slow pace at the moment, while Lander, on the other hand, couldn't be playing any faster. And I feel like that's also one of the main reasons why Lander's built up a huge win thus far. Excuse me, a huge lead thus far. Ooh, Jackson traveled. That's her 3rd turnover. 9th total for Southwestern. Langley bringing it down the floor. Lander lead by 8. Dudley to Tillis near the free throw line. Now Dudley trying to make a move on Hozumi. Now Tillis for 3, rolled out. Unfavorable bounce there for Kayla Tillis.
Southwestern are leaving the Bearcats open. They're getting a lot of good looks from 3. They've already chucked up 12 of them here in this first half. Still with 7:20 to go.
Robinson may have gotten away with a travel. Takes the step back 3, in and out. Good job there by Tillis to get rid of it as she was falling down to avoid that travel right there. And a foul on Hozumi.
Yeah, fantastic job from Tillis. That was a high IQ move.
Georgia Southwestern men's team in the building to our left. We'll see the two men's squads go at each other after this ball game.
That was
Scheduled
a game
for 7:30.
Game that Lander lost at the Storm Dome.
Yep. Always a good game between these two, especially when you're in at Southwestern. That's a really, really tough place to play. A couple years ago, that's where Lander went into 3 overtimes with Georgia Southwestern. Jacob Cooper had 38 in that one.
Yep. Tommy Moore hit a big-time 3 in overtime.
That was a really good basketball game. There were 2 really good basketball teams in that one. Southwestern featured an NBA G League player in Devin Higgs during that ball game.
Well, they had a ton of good players. That's when Jared Adderton, who went on to be PBC Player of the Year, played for them. Philip Burwell, who ended up playing for Lander on that team. Jalen Jordan, who spent a year at Flagler last year. That was a really good team.
Not sure if Antoine Weber was on that team or not. I think that was a little bit before his time.
Yeah, Weber was there last year.
As Eccles went 0 for 2 at the foul line. Jackson just being hassled down low by gray jerseys. She's not getting anything easy underneath.
Yeah, Lander know they have to swarm.
Eccles leaves that one short. Tried to chase down the rebound.
That's a good look, though.
Robinson in transition fell down, and a foul is called. That one's on Trinity Thomas, her first. Gartrell into the game for the first time of this second quarter, I believe. Both teams on a bit of a scoreless drought. Lander scores for the past 2 minutes, as well as Southwestern. Both these teams in need of a bucket. It's Neal. Good ball movement once again here by Southwestern. They haven't got a shot off in this second quarter before there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That's a steal there by Thomas. Her 4th of the evening in transition. Can't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound by Croslin, you bet. Croslin on the cleanup crew.
Just a ferocious competitor. Coming from the Columbia area, she plays just like the prototypical Midland, South Carolina hooper. Everything is ultra competitive.
Brittle lost control of that one at the free throw line. Another turnover for the Hurricanes. It's their 12th. Tillis feels it. Too short. Rebound Robinson. She's pushing down the floor. Robinson, float game. Left it short. Rebound Frierson. A jump ball. We'll leave it with Lander. Mackenzie Kelly into the game for the first time for the Hurricanes. See Janiyah Johnson back out there as well. Frierson taking her time. 5:15 to play in this first half. Out to Dudley. Dudley with the three-pointer, no good. Has yet to score in this second quarter after starting off hot in the first. And a double team on Johnson, was able to get out of trouble there. Kelly, top of the key. Looks like she'll be the fill-in for Hozumi as point guard. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Hurricanes. Robinson back to Kelly. Just 5 seconds now. Kelly left way short.
Wow.
And a shot clock violation on Southwestern. What a defensive possession there by Lander.
I mean, they were letting, at the top of the key, they're going to let Kelly shoot. She obviously didn't have confidence in that shot, and that was the only good look they were going to get in that possession. Great defense from Lander.
That'll send us to the under 5 media timeout here in the second quarter. There's 4:34 to play in the first half. It's 25-15 in favor of Lander here on the PBC Sports Network. back here on the PBCSN. 4:30 to play here in the first half. And there is a homecoming balloon stuck in the ceiling. How about that?
Yep.
Langley out to Gartrell. Can't get that one to go. Tap that out of bounds. It's going to be Hurricane ball.
It's actually a senior day balloon.
Senior day balloon.
From Saturday. During the senior day introductions before the game, a balloon was not held on tight enough on the string. It's floated all the way up to the top.
It's in a better place.
Yep, it is.
Neal over to Kelly. Float game, no good. Rebound by Gartrell. Southwestern scoreless over the past 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Lander on a 13-3 run throughout this quarter.
And they've had great defense, held Southwestern 1 of 7 shooting. Oh, nice crossover move.
Crosland bit right on that one. Rebounded by Johnson. Kelly slows it up a bit. Simmons. Johnson. Every player for the Hurricanes is going to touch the ball every single possession. That's Neal, who wasn't able to get that one to go. Hasn't been her day offensively, but she's been impacting the game in plenty of other ways as Langley got fouled. With Sandwich on her way up to the rack. She'll be heading to the line for 2. Langley leads the team in free throw percentage, shooting around 82% from the line.
Yep, definitely the one you want here at the line for Lander. It's been a struggle thus far, 2 of 7.
See if Langley can change that. Up that percentage a little bit with a 2-for-2 trip here. Not the girl you want to foul when the game is in dire straits.
Stops the scoreless drought for the Bearcats.
They were scoreless over the past 3 minutes themselves. It's been a low-scoring first half here for both of these squads as Langley goes 2 for 2.
Yeah, the thing that jumps out on the stat page is the amount of turnovers. 13 of them for Georgia Southwestern, just 6 for Lander thus far. But if you take a page deeper, Southwestern have more points off turnovers than Lander. Lander only have 7 points off turnovers, and they've created 13 of them. That's something that's got to change for the Bearcats. Have not been able to take advantage of their opportunities. They might have blown this game open if they did.
I was thinking the same exact thing. This lead may be a lot larger if they're able to take advantage. Neal, she decides to take it way short. Lander ball.
Yeah, the lack of three-point shooting for Georgia Southwestern has just really made life hard for them offensively. Lander just showing no respect for the perimeter shot right now.
Hazumi and Neal were playing hot potato with that one right there. Only one made three-pointer for Southwestern, but Lander have made 9 field goals, and Southwestern have made 6 field goals, and Lander have a 12-point lead, and it's largely due to the three-point shot.
And they've been getting good looks, moving the ball around. Multiple ball handlers on the court.
Good take there from Thomas. She'll be heading to the line for the first time. Thomas, 76% from the free throw line. Also not somebody you want to foul with the game on the line. First one's pure. 13-point lead for Lander. 2:27 to play in the first half. And Thomas goes 2 for 2. Lander now 6 for 11 from the stripe.
Wow.
Dudley just took her lunch money. Eccles for 3. You bet. Another 3 for the Bearcats. And the Hurricanes want to talk things over. Haven't scored for 6 minutes, 21 seconds. They trail by 17, 32-15 is your score with 2:14 to play here on the PBC Sports Network. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Georgia Southwestern ball after they had a quick 30. Overthrow Shanae Jackson, and another turnover. It's the 15th for Southwestern. Let's see if Lander can take advantage.
Southwestern right now on a 7-minute scoring drought.
Thomas threw that one away. Now Hurricanes the other way.
They're not going to get a better look than this, and they finally stop the drought. My goodness.
Stops the bleeding. Just 5 points in this second quarter for the Hurricanes. They're 2 for 11 from the floor.
Just utter domination on the defensive end for the Bearcats.
Got a foul on the floor. That one's going to go on Raven Robinson. That's her third. Excuse me. Got an offensive foul.
Yeah, that would have been detrimental had it been on Robinson. She leads the way with 10 points on just 9 shots.
One of the top scorers in the conference. 15 points per game. Kelly. Southwestern with both their point guards on the floor, Hozumi and Kelly. As Brittle will let that one fly. A much needed three-pointer there by Southwestern. Their second of the ball game. Cuts the lead to 12 with a minute to go on the dot. Tillis left that one short, but there's a whistle. She'll have 2 free opportunities.
Yeah, good drive there from Tillis.
She's collected 5 boards so far today. 15 minutes of play.
She's also shot 4 threes, so that little shot fake from 3 allowed her to get past her man.
She's also been playing hurt for the vast majority of the season. Has had that brace on her knee for quite a while now. Doesn't let that affect her. Still plays her hardest. And she's doing that here this evening. Official timeout to check the clock. As both teams will now head to their huddle. But I believe that as soon as the teams went to their huddle, the officials figured it out.
Yeah, it's 52 seconds on the clock right now. I think they're going to change it to 54.5.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So 2.5 seconds ran off, which shouldn't have.
Chance to extend this lead. Lander just 1 for 5 their last 5 field goal attempts. Southwestern on a little run of their own over the past 90 seconds, 5-0. This will be a good way to close out the second quarter if Southwestern are able to pick up some momentum. The final seconds. Nothing but nylon. Lander now 7 for 12 as a team from the free throw line.
Yeah, what you like to see for Lander is they got 7 assists on 10 made buckets, so they've been moving the ball around nicely so far today.
3 of those from Dudley, the other 3 from Thomas, 1 from Tillis as she goes 2 for 2. 50 seconds on the clock. Dudley gets all up in there and knocks it out of bounds. Stay with Southwestern.
Yeah, with Coach Shelwick, she's trying to amp up this intensity defensively because she knows she get a quick stop. They have a golden 2-for-1 opportunity to end the half.
Brittle. Now Johnson on the wing, Frierson all over her. Hozumi had the open 3. Brittle will let that one fly. No good. Battle for the board, won by Hozumi.
Yep, and there's that 2-for-1 chance. Just went to die with an offensive rebound.
Good ball movement. Kelly will let that one fly from the corner. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound by Hozumi. The smallest player on the court, playing as the biggest player on the court right now. That's another turnover for Southwestern, though. 9 seconds for Lander. Tillis driving out to Dudley. 4 seconds. Now Frierson almost lost it. Got to get this shot up. Frierson, the prayer, leaves it well short. And that concludes the first half. Lander with a 14-point lead. 34-20 is the score. Both these squads are going to have 15 minutes to talk it over before they have 20 more minutes to hash things out in the second half. We'll catch you right back here for that action on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Second half action getting underway here on the PBCSN. Lander with a nice 14-point lead after one half of play as Neal gets the first points of the second half. Story of that first half was the Lander 3-ball and the 16 turnovers from Georgia Southwestern.
Yeah. I mean, Southwestern came out firing, a good ball movement, but that comes with some Lander steals because this is a team that Coach Shelwick has very active in the passing lanes. They're looking to run out any chance they get and also shoot the three, which they did to a premium as well in the first 20.
That's their 7th of the ball game. That's the second triple for Tillis.
Now that's someone that could be a secret weapon come March if she can knock down the three consistently.
She's got 9 points, 5 boards today.
You put her shooting in the mix with Langley, with Thomas, with Dudley, not to mention Crosland, who can get hot. It's a tough team to beat.
One of the contenders for PBC Freshman of the Year.
And same with Eccles. I mean, she shot 5 threes today. She's 1 of 5, but if she starts to hit her shot, I mean, I don't know who, if Lander's hitting shots, I don't know who they can't lose to. You know, this is a team that has shown they can compete with the best in the conference. And for them, it's all about peaking at the right time.
That would be in about 3 weeks. Got the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. I believe it's on March 8th, if I'm not mistaken. As Shanae goes 2 for 2 there.
Yeah, I think March 8th would be like the semifinal games.
Of course, got the big tournament after that. Lander women's basketball. Know a thing or two about that. Langley in the corner. You bet. 2 triples for Lander to open up the third quarter, just as they did the first quarter. That was from Langley.
If you leave her alone in a half-court defensive set, just good luck.
That's only Quadasia Langley's second made field goal of the day, and Lander are up by 16. Shanae Jackson and 1 underneath.
Something they did not do a lot of in the first half for Southwestern. Battling down low, get some and ones. They only shot 6 free throws in the first 20 minutes of play. Four of those 6 were by Jackson.
In and out on the free throw.
Last touch by Thomas there. Lander's done that a few times, not able to corral the rebound on the baseline.
Robinson is the inbounder. Finds Hozumi. Played a lot of really good minutes for Southwestern in that first half. Robinson, physical, lost it. Battle for the basketball. I think we're going to have a jump ball. And it's going to be Lander ball. Lander getting every 50-50 ball here this evening.
And they just want it more.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is right now. I mean, no discredit for Southwestern. This is a long trip and a tough one to take in midweek.
Yep.
But Lander have come to play right from the get-go. Southwestern still getting off the bus.
Tillis was fouled hard. And Shanae Jackson, good sportsmanship, checking on her right there.
And Tillis, someone that has been dealing with injury.
Tillis.
You hate to see this. I think the officials should go to review right here.
She's wincing in pain.
You have to look at this for a flagrant, and I think they will. Yeah, they're making the call now. They will review this. But that was a hard foul. You got to think Tillis might have been defenseless at the time of the foul.
I think she may have got the wind knocked out of her, breathing very heavy over there.
Yep, you always got to look at that right knee. That's where the brace is. You know, that's fragile anytime something like that happens.
I don't think it's the knee because she's been slamming her foot down with that leg.
That's a good sign for Lander at least that it's not a re-injury. She's still very slow to get up. You could tell she was wincing immediately.
We'll step aside for a moment here on the PBC Sports Network. Back here on the PBC Sports Network. Kayla Tillis in good spirits was able to walk off under on power, so that's a good sign. Shanae Jackson's foul was upgraded to F1. It's a flagrant foul, so now Lander can choose any of their players to.
Quadasia Langley will be the chosen player. I was pretty sure about that one. And then they'll get the ball here on a half-court inbounds. But yeah, flagrant one on Jackson.
It's going to be Lauren Hunt who takes the free throws.
Okay, so
that's who subbed in for Tillis, who's now sitting on the bench, getting checked out by the trainer. First one's good from Hunt. Good sign to be on the bench and not over on the table.
Yes.
Hunt goes 1 for 2.
So initially the official told us that anybody could shoot the free throw for Lander. It ended up not being the case.
Yep. I think it had to be the player who subbed in for Tillis. Now Lander have the ball back with a 15-point lead, and Hozumi just stopped, drop, and rolled. Thomas, open look for her, step back three, cash!
That
Trinity
is
Thomas, wow.
pure from Trinity Thomas.
Bag work from Trinity Thomas, wow. That's the 9th three-pointer of the ball game for Lander. Neal underneath. Swung around. Hozumi going to facilitate the offense now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Simmons had the elbow look, thought otherwise. Hozumi at the top of the key. Robinson wastes no time trying to answer. She was not able to connect.
Lander got away with the travel right there.
Eccles bumped Thomas as they were both coming down. Langley, tough shot. And she'll be headed to the line. Almost a three-point play.
Yeah, we'll see Brittle contest that foul that was just called, but that's on Quadasia Langley. She knows how to stop on a dime, shift her momentum in a split second, and what Brittle thought was a good closeout ended up clipping the wrist of Quadasia Langley. She's in that two-man game running the high pick and roll. She's tough to stop.
She has 8 points here today. She goes 0 for 2. Wow. Missed off the front iron. Got her on rebound, but a foul on Lander.
And it's just Dudley doing work on the glass. She's a workhorse, so you can't fault her for trying to be in the right place at the right time.
Lander jumped back into the press. Saw a lot of success from it in the first half. Hozumi taking her time, gets it back.
Giving her the Ben Simmons treatment. Not playing up on Zumi at all, not a three-point threat, and that's what happens because of it.
High-low set there from Georgia Southwestern, and Lander have done their homework and we're all over it. That triple was no good from Langley. Hozumi over to Robinson. Passes back out. Southwestern back into that high-low. They'll feed Neal underneath, and that's just a physical move from Cassidy Neal.
Two very different styles of offense being played right now. Lander going to get a shot off quick. Southwestern like to bleed into the shot clock. You wonder how long that's going to work down this much in the third.
Thomas with Robinson on her. Takes the three. Good screen by Hunt. Can't get the roll. Offensive rebound, Langley. Out to Dudley for three. Too strong. Hozumi in transition. Dudley gonna meet her there. And Hozumi gets the layup to go. And a timeout on the floor. It's gonna send us to the media timeout as well. 5:27 to play here in the third quarter. Lander up by 14, 44-30. here on the PBC Sports Network. Out of the timeout, going to be Lander ball back here on the PBC Sports Network. Tillis back into the game. Got that left knee wrapped up as well. She's back on the floor. That's a good sign. She has it on the elbow. Fed down to Eccles. Eccles swarmed by blue jerseys. Got her on rebound. Got rejected by Neal. But a steal. Frierson.
Nothing going Southwestern's way.
19 turnovers.
And really, they're just putting ball in harm's way too much. They have gotten unlucky sometimes, but other times it's been their own fault, and then Lander coughs it up.
Hozumi fed over to Simmons. Now Brittle. Simmons will let it fly. In and out. Rebounded by Tillis. Good rebound there. It's our 6th of the ball game.
For Southwestern, they have really good ball movement, but they just don't have the player movement offensively. Nobody's moving around trying to stretch out the Lander defense that has completely shrunk due to the lack of three-point shooting for the Hurricanes.
Just 2 for 11 from beyond the arc as Brittle stripped it away from Frierson. Hozumi on the wing. A lot of space in between her and Dudley. And she traveled.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of confidence in that three-point shot. She's a 19% three-point shooter on the season. 8 for 41. So we know that she can make them. Not totally, Ben Simmons. There's another steal there for the Hurricanes. Almost a travel. Neal in transition. Kicks out to Robinson. Now Brittle lets that one fly. Cash. Madison Brittle with her second triple of the game. She's got 8 points.
Yeah, she might have to start running some point guard so Lander can respect the three at the point of attack.
Another turnover there by Lander. That's their third possession that ended in a turnover in a row.
All right, now the Canes have slowly crept back into this game. They've been with Lander 10-10 here in the third.
Just an 11-point game now. Lander have been scoreless over the past 4 minutes, 14 seconds. Southwestern have gone on a 7-0 run in that same time frame.
Yeah, a bucket here to cut it to single digits would be monumental. Still a lot of game left.
Robinson uses the screen, kicks to the corner. Johnson couldn't get it to go. Tillis and Brittle getting tied up, Eccles and Brittle. Brittle's on the floor. Looks like she may be banged up a little bit. Never mind.
I like the three, though, in the corner from Johnson because that keeps Lander honest on their perimeter defense. And you have the size advantage down low. It's a lot easier to get offensive rebounds off a three than a two. And we see it right there. Three-pointers missed, but they get the offensive board. If every shot you take is within 8 feet. It's a lot tougher to get those boards on the offensive end.
Robinson collects the handoff. Shield drive, got fouled. It's on the floor. No free throws for Raven Robinson. Fouls on Trinity Thomas. Camille Gore into the game for the first time.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a shooting foul, but it's not.
It is not a shooting foul, and Coach Tybro over there does not agree with it whatsoever. Gore, a true freshman from Columbia as well, played at Heathwood Hall Episcopal. That's another storied program in the Midlands in South Carolina.
You can tell Coach Tiber's just a little annoyed with her team. They're just a step slow tonight. And
only 33 points with 2:46 to play in the fourth. Has not been the best scoring night for Southwestern. A large part of that has to do with the turnovers as well as the good defense played by Lander.
They've outscored Lander 13-10 thus far. I mean, definitely a different team out of the break.
Robinson, double team. Good pass underneath to Kelly. Could not get the layup. Offensive rebound, Neal. That one won't fall. Battle for the board, and they're tied up. Lander ball.
Gotta make the bunnies.
Two huge missed opportunities there by Georgia Southwestern. And if you're a Lander, you're feeling like you just got bailed out right now.
Yeah, and if you're Southwestern, the win out of your sails just a tad. But Lander have been held scoreless for a while now. It's 5 minutes, 15 seconds. They're the team that desperately needs a bucket now here in the third.
Get this, Georgia Southwestern 13 for 37 as Gore gets the bucket. Wide open layup for the true freshman. Lander now 14 for 39, but Lander with the 13-point lead due to the 9 3-pointers.
Good job by Gore. Right into the game. Nobody's expecting her to get on ball very quickly, and she just cuts right to the rim.
Johnson thought about the three, fell down, and a foul call. I think that one's on Gore. Fifth foul on Lander, so Johnson will have 2 shots. Got the first one to fall. 65% free throw shooter on the year. And she goes 2 for 2. Back down to an 11-point lead. Dudley finds Tillis on the wing. Tillis threw it away. Another turnover for Lander.
Uncharacteristic there from Tillis.
Off the back iron, offensive rebound. Johnson almost lost it, and Dudley poked it out of bounds. Almost had a pick 6.
Yes. She was looking for it.
She's played the most minutes out of any player today.
Got a PBU instead.
Still goes on the stat sheet. In football, that is. 25 minutes. And Dudley was looking for the foul there. Instead, she'll pick up the foul.
Yeah, Dudley's frustrated due to the lack of foul from Kelly on the initial bump.
Coach Shell looks a bit frustrated as well.
If anything, they might look at this for a flagrant.
Yeah, that was a foul for sure on Dudley.
Yeah, this is a frustration foul on Dudley because she feels a little marginalized from the lack of foul called on Kelly right before that. So let's see if they go to the monitor here.
I think they're talking about possibly an intentional foul here out of Alindria Dudley.
Which they would have a case.
Yes.
But again, if they go to the replay, they're also going to see the initial contact that happened prior. Took Dudley all the way to the floor.
And they are going to walk over here to the monitor. We'll step aside for a moment during the official timeout here on the PBC Sports Network. back here on the PBC Sports Network. Nothing there. It's what the officials ruled a common foul on Alindria Dudley. Mackenzie Kelly going to head to the line for 2 foul shots.
Yeah, Southwestern now in the bonus with that 15 foul. Now they looked at both collisions for possible flagrant or intentional. They deemed both of them to just be in the stream of play.
Trying to cut this to a single-digit Lander lead, and she does. Georgia Southwestern, 11-2 run. Clock did not start, so we're going to have to inbound near the 28-foot line. 59.6 left to go here in the third. Langley looking for an answer. Langley drives, good take, physical finish from Quadeja Langley, and she's sitting on 10 points. And a travel on the Hurricanes, their 21st turnover. Going to give Lander a chance to maybe go 2 for 1 here.
That's so good from Dudley.
The energy's been there from her. 10 points, 5 assists.
How about the bucket from Quadeja on the last possession as well? Play kind of broke down if she just took it for herself.
Gore gave it right back to Southwestern, and there goes 2 for 1. Here goes the Hurricanes. About a 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Hurricanes gonna try to bleed this out as much as they can, as they've been doing for much of the game. Neal to Robinson. Good pass underneath to Kelly. Kelly, good defense there. And a shot clock violation before the bucket went in for Cassidy Neal. Be Lander ball.
I was impressed with Camille Gore, the top of the 2-3 zone there for Lander.
Lander have a really big lineup in at the moment. 2 5'10" players with a 6-footer. Langley with 2 seconds. Got the shot off, but no cigar. 48-37 after 3 quarters of play. Lander now only up by 11 after the Hurricanes had a good third quarter, their best quarter of the game so far. We'll catch you right back here on the PBC Sports Network in a few moments. Ten minutes to settle this one here on the PBC Sports Network. Lander up by 11, 48-37. That was the first quarter that Lander lost after the Hurricanes showed some signs of life coming at halftime.
I mean, yeah, they poor shooting performance in the first half, and then Southwestern, as we expected, kind of came off the bus to start the third quarter. That was a really good third quarter for them. 17 points, which is by far their most in a 10-minute stanza.
Going to be tough playing from behind for the entire game, though. Let's see what they have to offer here in this fourth quarter. Robinson in the corner. Skip pass over to Kelly. Now Johnson. Another skip pass to Kelly. Almost traveled. Good crossover. Kelly to the rack, left it short. Rebound Dudley, and a foul. I believe it's going to go on Mackenzie Kelly. It's her first. Camille Gore still in the game. Lander's still running this tall lineup with Tillis, Eccles, and Gore. The two guards, Langley and Dudley. Langley picks up the dribble, finds Dudley at the free throw line. Short jumper, money.
That's her spot.
First bucket of the second half for Lindrea Dudley. She leads all scorers with 12. Brittle over to Johnson in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson drives, nowhere to go. Finds the cutting, nope, overthrew her. Kelly was there, but a steal by Langley. Tillis thought about the three, feeds it to Gore. You bet! Camille Gore from downtown. The 10th triple of the game for Lander.
You've been talking about how this is a tall lineup for Lander, which it is, but all 5 can shoot it from deep, which makes this a deadly lineup.
Got 3 stretch bigs on the floor right now for Lander. Not a lot of teams can say that.
Oh.
Johnson for 3, trying to answer. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the board is won by Serenity Eccles. Eccles, hand off to Langley. She's going 1v4, had it stripped away. Good hands there by Raven Robinson. She's still looking for her first bucket in the second half. That layup's good after a nice pass from Robinson to Janiyah Johnson.
Yeah, Robinson needs the ball in her hands more. That was a beautiful dish. Was pressing in transition.
She's only took 1 shot in the second half.
Yeah.
4 for 9 that first half with 10 points. Now just 4 for 10, sitting at the same total. And a foul on Johnson is going to send Camille Gore to the line.
Yeah, Johnson kind of overplayed Gore on the three-point line. And so Gore had the easy blow-by. And that's what happens when you make a three. You got to have Southwestern come out and respect you, and it opens up so much more offensively for you. Just knock it down that first shot.
Got that one to roll in. Now a 15-point lead for Lander. She goes 1 for 2. Rebound chased down by Dudley, though. And a timeout by Lander. 7:23 to play in the ballgame. Lander up by 15. We'll step aside for a moment here on the PBC Sports Network. Back here on the PBCSN, Lander ball out of the timeout. About 7:15 to play in the ball game. Dudley with it. Fed to Gore in the corner. Just 5 seconds on the shot clock. Langley gonna have to put up a shot, and she does. Left-handed floater off the back rim. Another offensive rebound. Langley trying to set something up here. Shot clock's winding down once again. 5 seconds. Dudley drives. Tough floater. Couldn't get it to fall. Another offensive rebound. Eccles almost threw it away, but it's staying here with Lander. And a timeout by Georgia Southwestern. 6:39 to play in the ball game. 54-39 here on the PBC Sports Network. Back here on the PBCSN. Lander ball after their third consecutive offensive rebound. And the Georgia Southwestern timeout. Langley with just 10 seconds. Try to use a screen. Good defense there by Brittle. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gore at the foul line. Had it stripped away from her. Hurricanes in transition. Thrown out of bounds. I believe there was a tip.
Yeah, Eccles tipped it out.
Staying here. Hozumi. Now Robinson still looking for her first points in this second half, and there they are. She now has 12 on the day. Lander down by 13. Tillis, bit of a deep three. Cash out.
Wow.
11 made three-pointers for Lander. 11 out of their 18 field goals have been from beyond the arc.
Just trailing the play, in-tempo triple. Doesn't get smoother than that on the offensive end.
Robinson trying to answer, in and out. Seen a lot of those for Georgia Southwestern. They just have not been able to knock down their shots. Langley driving, fed out to Eccles, thought about the three. Now Dudley. Foul by Hozumi. Her second.
And Hozumi just took a big rest because of the lack of three-point shooting, and now Southwestern are going to take out one of their better three-point shooters in Robinson.
Complete line change.
Yep.
See, Nene Wallace into the game for the first time. Turnover there by Lander. Kelly. Now Simmons, foul line jumper, too strong. Rebound collected by Eccles. It's her 8th rebound of the game. Dudley now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Lander taking their time on each possession now. Trying to wind this game down. Eccles got her on miss. Puts it back up. Got the roll. Serenity Eccles doing work down low.
Patience around the rim. Found a slither that she could pull it through and did.
Johnson in the corner. Tillis giving her a lot of space. Simmons thought about the three. Southwestern throwing it around. Johnson tries the triple.
Ooh.
In and out again for the Hurricanes. Just unlucky there for Janiyah Johnson, and Gore throws out of bounds. Miscommunication there between her and Langley. And Trinity Thomas will come and take her spot. A lot of quality minutes there from Camille Gore, the freshman.
That was big time for her confidence.
Perhaps the biggest minute she's played this season. Down low to Shanae Jackson, and she traveled.
Yeah, Lander just not letting Southwestern play bully ball tonight.
Done a great job defending both of their bigs down low. Shanae Jackson, Cassidy Neal. Langley directing traffic. Eccles at the elbow. Gives it to Langley, almost gave it up. Langley, a nice cross. She'll drive and got fouled. 2 shots for Quadesia Langley. It's going to be the 20th and 21st free throws for the Bearcats of this evening.
Lander playing pretty quick tonight. Getting inside with ease, and Southwestern really only thing they can do is foul on some of these drives for the Bearcats. Big reason why Lander shot 20 free throws.
Langley trying to salvage one here. And she does. 19-point lead now for Lander. And a foul. It's on Dudley. That's Dudley's 4th personal. I think Jazz Frierson will give her a breather here in a second.
Oh, wow.
Dudley knocked that one out onto the scores table.
And Dudley is everywhere. Just flying around, making plays all over the place.
Almost fell into the lap of Jackson Hawkins over there.
Yep.
You've heard his voice on the PBC Sports Network before?
I'm not sure what Jackson's doing because he's in the music table, but we have a DJ tonight, so I think he's just there for vibes right now.
The only time the DJ doesn't play music is when the Sassy Cats dance team and the cheerleaders go on, so somebody's still got to play the music there. He's just taking in some good hoops. Tillis for 3. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for Lander. A good pass from Thomas, and Eccles finishes with the left hand. Lander up 21.
And the white flag's been raised.
And a charge! Janiah Johnson with her 2nd personal foul.
What a response from Lander coming off the loss on Monday. And this is a clean performance here for the Bearcats. 11 threes made. My goodness. I mean, no matter what Lander's record is, playing them at Horne Arena is a tough out.
It's a huge win for Lander if they're able to pull this one off. Lander, Clayton State, and Georgia Southwestern, as that one's in and out, are all tied at 6 and 10 in conference play. This would propel them above Georgia Southwestern and give them a better seed for the conference tournament.
And they made a statement. It's what it's been tonight. It has been a statement that Lander is starting to play some of their best ball when it matters most. This was a 64-53 loss for Lander in Americas back on January 7th.
Once again, a really tough place to play there. The Storm Dome. Brittle can't get the floater to go. Rebound by Frierson. And that jump ball is going to stay with Lander. Cassidy Neal was trying to force it from her. Gave her a nice hug. Said, happy late Valentine's Day. Destiny Nelson's also into the game for the first time for the Hurricanes.
Dudley really wanted to come into the game, and she was able to.
She's having a career night tonight. Transfer from Chipola College. Junior from Flint, Michigan. Getting her first taste of the South this year.
Well, Chipola's Florida, but is
Traveling.
that really the South?
No,
No, yeah.
no. It is Southern, but it's not the South.
That's right.
Ozumi, good pass. Destiny couldn't get that one to fall.
I mean, look at Dudley. 4 straight games in double figures, 12 against Augusta, 19 against Flagler, 13 Monday night, 12 here today.
Coach Shelwick just burned a timeout to get Madison McCain in the ball game. Kennedy Armistead into the ball game as well. The 2 North Augusta teammates into the ball game. Armistead and McCain.
Gore also in.
Thomas gives it to Armistead. And turnover. Frierson will take her spot immediately. And here comes Ainsley Anderson as well. Robinson gets it in the corner, jacks up the triple, left it short. Long rebound, chased down by Hozumi. And a triple by Destiny Nelson.
Where's that been all night?
Maybe they could have used her earlier in the ball game. And another substitution timeout here by Coach Shelwick. Gets Sabree Mitchell into the game. Freshman from North Charleston. Played at Military Magnet.
Yeah, she played some big minutes against Flagler.
Also against North Georgia.
Yep.
Military Magnet, another storied program in South Carolina girls high school basketball. Had that one stolen away. Battle for the ball and a jump ball. We'll give it to Georgia Southwestern.
Got to give it up to Coach Shelwick. She has recruited the state of South Carolina exceptionally well, especially at the private school level.
About 7 or 8 players on the roster from South Carolina, and 6 of those were recruited by Coach Shelwick. Of course, Quadeja's been here for a hot minute. Neal got the and 1 to go. Nice little personal confidence boost there for her.
Absolutely.
Gives her 8 points. If nothing else, if you're Georgia Southwestern, you are able to walk away with the fact that you forced Lander into 20 turnovers here tonight. The shots were just not falling for him. Mitchell dribbles into the corner, now back out, and she lost out of bounds. 21st turnover for Lander. 15 seconds to play, shot clock's unplugged. See if Southwestern will try to get one more bucket here. And they looks like they're going to. Robinson pulls up off the back rim. Offensive rebound leaves Brittle wide open. Can't get it to go off the glass. And that'll do it. 62-46 is the final score. Lander with a huge Peach Belt Conference win here in Greenwood, South Carolina today. The first Wednesday night game in quite a few weeks. We'll hear from head coach Coley Shelwick here in a few moments to recap the conference victory over Georgia Southwestern. Once again, 62-46. Lander with the victory. We'll hear from Coach Shelwick here shortly.